Hello, first graders. Let's talk about our math for Thursday, April 23. Okay, we are going to be working on reviewing our ways to measure and applying those rules to measuring. Okay, so I have a pencil. Fabulous, right? And I have counting bears and some links. How can I use those to measure my pencil? Okay, here's my pencil. Bears. Okay, let's get some bears. Love my little bears. I'm gonna line them all up. They have to start at the same point. They've got to touch one after the other, right? Can I measure them like that? No. Keep them lined up. Okay. All right. So from end to end, as close as possible. You don't need those. These are our leftovers. We'll put them back with their friends. So how many bears? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bears. So this pencil is 7 bears long. Let's use some links. Okay. Oh, look, I have some that are already connected. How convenient. So I'm going to line it up. Whoops, I bumped my bears. Okay, that's pretty close. Okay, how many links long is my pencil? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, interesting. So how does my counting bear measurement compare to the links? Well, there are more bears. It takes more bears than links to fill the length of my pencil. Probably links are longer, aren't they? See that? I'm gonna line them up. Can't really see. How about that way? Yeah, the links are a little bit longer than the bears. Okay, so if we're measuring the length of something, we have to use the same unit of measurement. Okay, that's super important. We have to measure them with the same thing. I can't measure Lynn's height with the ruler and then with shoes, stacking shoes. I can't do that. I'm going to get a different measurement. So we have to keep it consistent, don't we? Consistency is key. Okay, let's put our bears away. All right, so we've been working on comparing length and height. Now we're going to work on measuring. Okay, so a couple of new vocabulary words: standard measurement, non-standard measurement. Okay, so what do you think are some examples of standard measurement? Maybe a ruler, a tape measure, a yardstick. Okay, what about non-standard? Probably be things like bears, or links, or cubes. Okay, all right, so there's a couple rules for measuring. There's always rules, but rules are for the best, aren't they? So I'm going to get my easel. Okay, and those rules for measurement are listed out on your practice page. Okay, trying to get so my easel won't fall off. Okay, so let's take a look at these. Rule number 1. Make sure there are no gaps. So like what I was saying, we were measuring with the bears. The bears have to be touching. Cubes should be touching. There shouldn't be any space in between there, okay? So like this first pencil, it gets a sad face because it's not properly being measured. But this one gets a happy face because they're all touching, maybe even connected like our linking cubes would be, okay? Rule number 2, make sure that you line up the units from tip to tip. Whichever end you're going to measure from, you have to measure from that end every single time, okay? So we're going to start it, if it's a pencil, you could start it with the eraser, but they both need to start there, okay? So this one gets a sad face because it's in the middle of the pencil. This one gets a happy face because it goes from one end to the other, okay, to get the full length. This is only part of the length of that pencil. One is the full length. That's why it has the happy face, okay? All right, rule number 3, make sure that you do not overlap the units, okay? So if we're using paper clips, it has to be touching end to end, okay? So they have to be touching, okay, but they cannot be overlapping, okay? See how the paper clips are kind of touching? They're laying one on top of each other, but they need to be touching tip to tip, okay? And rule number 4, make sure that your units are the same size, okay? Look at these paper clips. There's large and small all mixed up, but the smalls, they're much shorter, okay? So they need to be the same size. So again, this one gets a sad face because not all the paper clips are the same size, but this pencil gets a happy face because the paper clips are all the same size, okay? So this first page is more just for some information. Now, you can let your grown-ups know that I said if you want to keep this page and put it with your measurement vocabulary, that's fine. Okay, so if you want to, oh wait, just kidding, we can't do that because it's double-sided. On nuts. Okay, but we're gonna practice these so that you remember them. Okay, just kidding. Maybe I'll make a copy and send them on Friday so you guys have one. Okay, all right, so now you get to be the one to grade the measuring jobs of these other examples. Okay, so decide which pictures show how to correctly measure, which ones follow the rules. Okay, so which picture shows how to correctly measure the pencil? Is it this one, or this one? So all you're gonna do, let's see, I see spaces. It's not that one. Oh my goodness, this one's overlapping and kind of sloping with the pencil. Nope, this one goes from end to end. It's not overlapping. All the units of measurement are the same size, and they're going the same direction, and they're touching. Okay, so this one, you can put a check mark or an X. Okay, so you're going to do that for the other examples as well. Okay, and then this page, you're going to take a look at the pictures here. Okay, and if it is, this one should be super easy. If it is a standard or regular way to measure, then it's going to go on this side. If it's a non-standard, if it's a different way to measure, it's going to go on that side. So this is where, like what we just talked about, the things like measuring tapes, rulers, yardsticks are going to be your standard units of measurement, okay? Those are going to be like what contractors use, what nurses use whenever you go for your annual checkup to the doctor. They always check your height and your weight. They check your height with with a yardstick, but it's attached to the wall. I don't know what those are called. Okay, so you're gonna cut, trim, and separate, and I've got a couple here. So I've got, this is an example of part of a ruler. That is a standard unit, standard way to measure. So it's gonna go right there. Okay, my other picture is a paper clip. That one is a non-standard. Okay, doctor's not gonna measure you with paper clips. Okay, so finish sorting out those and then you're all done. Okay, have fun, enjoy. If you need any help, have your grown-ups call me. Okay, all right, have a good day.